Good morning, Inspired Tribe. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Live Inspired Livestream on the channel. I'm Jean Nolan. This is Kristin Nolan. She'll join us in a little bit. You can't see her right now. But we're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, and we're free. It's a new month. It's a new week. It's November 2nd, 2020. The most transformational year in modern history. We don't know that there has been a year like this year. Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hitting the like button. It's been a pretty interesting weekend. Kind of, we had Halloween and a full moon, and you could feel it. It was everyone didn't really sleep so well. But here we are. We're a day away from the most important election in modern human history. Probably the most important election ever. And we're also seeing, developments around the planet back to how things were in spring. All of that. So we're going to talk a little bit about what is necessary right now. What we believe that we all can do, contribute positively to all of this, because we can. There's so much. Hey, Nellies. But before we do that, let's breathe a little together. Let's open our spiritual hearts. Let's remind ourselves why this is so important. Listen, you can get all the news. You can listen to all the opinions of other people in the world. But there's this center here that allows you to connect to the highest, to source, to your creator, to God, to the universe, however you want to call it. And that trumps everything. No other human being could possibly ever give you greater guidance than when you open this up. Hey, Gabrielle. Hey, Rose. And that's what we're going to do just with a little breathing exercise here. So what I want you guys to do is relax. Let go of your phone, let go of the keyboard, close your eyes, and just relax a little. Follow my voice. And for a few minutes here, we're going to breathe together. And I want you to breathe really deeply. And with every breath that you take, breathe a little deeper. Try to go as deep as you can and put your attention on this center of your chest. It's called the solar plexus, the spiritual heart. And all we want to do is breathe deeply and open this up completely. Open it up. You will notice maybe there's a tension. Just allow for the breath to open it up. Follow my voice. Close your eyes. Let's go. Breathe deeply. And allow yourself to become open. Open that solar plexus, that spiritual heart. Imagine pushing open a swinging door. And allow for the light to come in, and at the same time, allow for your light to shine out. Allow yourself to create a connection with your creator. And align. Just feel how with every breath you go deeper. And you open up more. Set the intention to receive guidance from your creator and to be receptive. Set the intention to shine your light fully and to lead by example. Set the intention to live to your fullest potential and create to your fullest potential. And breathe deeply. And now as we're going to just breathe for a few seconds together, just focus on opening up, opening up, opening up. Very good. A few more deep breaths. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Can you feel how it feels completely different? Can you feel the shift in your own time, in your own pace? Just come back, open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you for joining us, tribe. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Nellies, Emma, Rose, Gabrielle, and everyone who's in here. Thank you, Christine, who's already ready in the background, for being with us. Hey, Agnieszka. And I want to honor you for showing up and for doing this with us, for doing the breath work, and for allowing for this experience to take place. It is about shifting, right? It's about coming from one place that you're in into another one. And when we shift, we begin vibrating at a different rate. We begin emanating a different energy. So before we're going to go into a Q&A with EUCY today. We're going to get their guidance and see what they have to say, see how they can help us and maybe give some different perspectives, as they always do. But before we do that, we like to just come from a human side for the next days, weeks ahead. What can we do? How can we contribute? How can we be shining lights? And one of the things that is clearer than ever, and one of the things that is important to us, we want to encourage you to become leaders. You already are leaders, but to become leaders in a visible, audible, feelable sense to others. Now, nothing that needs to be forced, but in times of fear, in times of more doubt, in times of more insecurity, it's required of all of us to lead with light, to lead with clarity, to lead with by example, and to lead by a certainty, a knowing. And one thing that we can always remind ourselves of and be sure of is that we have the pure, wonderful, most beautiful guidance by the Creator, by the essence, by all it is. And truly that this human experience can become too real and we lose sight of that. And we are spirit having a human experience. We are eternal consciousness having a human experience. And everything that we're experiencing now can become too real and frightening and can put us in a state of doubt when we allow for this humaning to become the dominant part. Now, don't get us wrong. This is a very, all-encompassing experience. So we have the human moments, but we encourage you all to remember and remind yourself to go into meditation, to do the beautiful practices, to breathe consciously, to thrive, not just to survive. And to maybe go back to different live streams and see what other beautiful practices we have given. Maybe it's a good time for you to join a dedicated group, maybe a meditation group. Maybe you want to join the Inspired Membership calls that we're doing every week. It's a dedicated group that is dedicated to expansion, to focusing on the spiritual, to focusing on the larger, bigger part of you. And we encourage you all to put a lot of focus on that in the next time, because we believe that your leadership, as all of our leadership, is going to be of the utmost importance for the shifts, for the changes, for the transformation, for little conversations and for the big conversation, for the small decisions and for the big decisions that we're making as a human family. So just allow yourself to awaken to that purpose. We know you carry that purpose, and everyone leads differently. Everyone has a different calling. Everyone feels this guidance in a different way. Some more quiet, some a little louder, some more outspoken, some in a smaller field. There's no right or wrong. There's just this allowing of speaking your voice, speaking your truth, and being being a beacon of light and a beacon of, peace and harmony rather than disruption, violence, and all of the things that humans sometimes resort to when there is a state of emergency or perceived emergency, rather. It's more a perceived emergency. So just spread the calmness, spread the peace, spread the harmony. And with that, we would love to invite first, of course, my wonderful wife. And I know you guys been waiting.
Oh my Lord. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, how's it?
See you, girls.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. I mean, I've been seeing you, but it's good to see you right next to me.
Hey, Emma. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Party and Prosperity.
Love the name.
Yeah, love the name. We haven't seen you chat in, so it's so good to see you. Apparently, you've been watching.
Rose.
So just an official welcome to the Inspired Tribe. You know how it works. Lifelong membership. You can't exit. That's just the way it is. But it's a tribe of love and expansion, right?
Right.
So
let's get the party started.
We're going to, by the way, guys, please.
Hey, everyone.
Hit the like button, right?
Yes, please hit the like button.
So we're going to invite our friends in from the higher side, EUCY. Please feel free. Ask your question. Put them in the live chat. And
yes, ask all the juicy questions.
Yes, let's get this started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your eyebrow is standing like that.
Yeah, that was on purpose. Thank you. It's like ruining my hair, but okay. We are excited to be here.
Good morning, good evening, hello, welcome. We are super excited too.
Good eternity. We are speaking in a robotic voice for no particular reason.
How are you?
Oh, we are everything. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
We're all and everything and everywhere at all times. There is no time, and we are experiencing everything simultaneously.
Awesome.
It is pretty awesome. It truly is.
So do you want to start with me reading the questions, or do you want to say something in general first?
As much as you tried to trick us into having this beautiful introduction that then would already erase all questions, and then everyone would have asked them in vain because they would be erased. No, we will do it the other way around.
Okie dokie. Rose is asking, easiest ways to get into flow.
Oh, that's an evergreen. It's like turning on the radio.
And Emma is saying, and stay in the flow.
It's like turning on the radio and hearing that song that will get you there because it's been doing it for a little bit of doubt left. So we're going to dive into that question. There is the experience of flow can be something very calm, very quiet. It's like the little stream that barely moves. It is still flowing, but it barely moves. And that is an experience of flow too. And then, of course, this flow can become stronger and stronger and stronger and can become a really, really, really vibrant river that has a strong flow and is clearly going downstream with speed, with energy, with to begin as a stream and turn into the river, just because it is so much easier and more effortless than to try to jump from where you are into the river. But the principle remains the same. You are a flowing being at your natural state. That's your nature. It's not human nature to be stuck. It's not human nature to look backwards. It's not human nature to be disoriented or to be unbalanced or to be confused or doubtful. those are all perceived and quite artificial human states that in the most natural version of you don't exist. So rather than thinking of it as trying to get into the state, it's more like rediscovering and remembering something that you already are at all times. So it's like there's this beautiful shining light, and the shining light is shining at all times, but then you throw a lot of blankets on it, and you throw some clothes on it, and then you throw some jackets on it, and you throw some other stuff on it, and then you think the light's gone. You think it doesn't shine anymore, but really you've just covered it up with all the other stuff. So the easiest way to get to the light that is shining at all times, it's never really dark, is to do something, be something that has absolutely no negative connections for you, that has no resistance for you, that has no boundaries for you, something that is very, very easy. And we have said this before. For some people, at some times, it might be something as simple as eating their favorite scoop of ice cream. And if you can do that and be with your ice cream and just taste the taste and enjoy the experience without drifting off for 7 minutes, it could be shorter than that, but 7 minutes would be the ideal time. If you can do that for 7 minutes, and if you can really truly be in the experience of it and just marvel at the taste, at the texture, at the temperature, and at everything that you experience in that time, then you would be in the ideal state of complete connectivity, of complete balance, of complete in the flow being. It cannot be any other way. So that is just one example, and it's so easy because you all love ice cream. That's why we say it. But you could also do something very natural, like going into a state of quietness, of meditation. And if there you again can go for the same amount of time in being still, not actively pursuing thoughts, in being present, not actively looking or feeling your way around, being just present within you and finding quietness within you. And you can do that by focusing on a point of light that you imagine in the center of your chest or the center of your stomach, whatever feels right at that moment, even in the center of your forehead, just focusing on a little bright point of light that is there and observing it and just focusing in on that. If you can do that for a few minutes, you will automatically be in a state of full presence. And then from that moment on, whether you stay in meditation for 30, 40 minutes or for just 10 minutes, and what you do when you come out and how you make your decisions over the next half hour will determine how the rest of your experience goes. Because if you stay in that present moment and pay attention to the intuition, pay attention to the guidance, you will set the tone for the remainder of your day. And so we encourage you to do that, to have an experience, you allow yourself to have an experience where you have full presence and experience of the present moment.
Gabriel is asking, I have isolated completely. How do I break my fear to be confident again and go out into the world?
We would say that the answer that we have just given applies equally to your question, because at the core of your being, you are not an isolationist. At the core of your being, you are not a loner. At the core of your being, you're not afraid or doubtful, and you're not insecure. At the core of your being, you are spirit in full presence. So we would also encourage you to go into a state like meditation or something that requires you to be fully present in the moment and really pay attention and have focus on what you do. And what then happens is more of your presence, of your spirit expands, and it becomes more feelable. It becomes more reachable to you. It feels more natural to you. And once you're in that state, you are in perfect guidance. So you then are guided towards the right people. You then are guided towards the right places. You then are guided towards the right conversations for you in that moment, according to your desire and your intentions. So as you can see, the answers are always very simple. because at the core of your being, you are pure light presence. And all that it requires of you is to find the easiest way with the least amount of effort, or maybe no effort and no resistance, to uncover that state.
The next question is, when you have no idea of a path forward, how to stop repeating the same old chapter?
This is a twofold question, because it basically means that there's only two paths. It's either the path forward or the path that you've been walking, as if life is a crossroads with only two, an intersection with only two roads to go. And so we would actually encourage you to look at the path forward, as you call it, as maybe a wonderful, beautiful stretch of beach where you have sand that really has no lines in it, and where you have no boundaries, and where it is not so boxed in. And in terms of how to not repeat something that you have done so many times before, is to put yourself in a different state, because the state determines the journey, not the other way around. It is when you allow yourself to fully move into the new state, whether that's the state that you desire is joy or relaxation, or whether it's abundance, or whether it's health, or whether it's love. And all of these things are, of course, connected, but you have focused on a particular state. So when you move into that state, when you begin feeling it and then expand that feeling, and then begin looking at things that remind you of it, and listening to things that remind you of it, and doing things that remind you of it more often, and reading things that add to that energy. In other terms, it's when you become this vibrational expert on your desire, on the new journey, on the new path, as you call it, then you are so aligned with it, you are so in sync with it, you are so vibrating at the same rate of it, that it naturally appears in front of you. And it isn't that the whole roadmap appears, it isn't that it's going to be all mapped out. That would be boring and you wouldn't love that. It is that the next and the next and the next and the next step will appear right in front of you, and you will know exactly, oh, I'm skipping this one, I'm taking a left here, I'm taking a right here, I'm chilling here for just a little bit, I'm sitting down, I'm laying down, I'm sleeping a little bit, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm sprinting. All of those things will then become so clear to you, and it is all a matter of moving into that state, and doing and being and listening and reading and watching and thinking, all the things that help you to move into it. And as soon as you feel resistance, as soon as it's too big, too fast, too much, just relax, just chill, take a smaller step, take no step. Drink a cup of tea or coffee, or that scoop of ice cream, and just allow yourself to move to the rhythm of your purpose.
Emma is asking, when will this be over? This crazy time we are living now, the oppression, the slavery, the manipulation.
There is over, and there is over, and there is over, and there is over. There are those who are in non-freedom, in captivity, those who are locked up somewhere, those who are in a small tiny cell somewhere, who are completely, absolutely, unconditionally free. And then there are those who have physical freedom in every direction, can do, be, or have anything that they desire to be, but they're completely enslaved to their mind, to their thoughts, to their limitations, and they live in the smallest cell that you could possibly imagine. So there's freedom, and 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 it is up to you to put yourself in that state of freedom again, to remind yourself what it is, to remind yourself how it feels, and then begin creating from that, because you cannot become free by looking at that which you believe is enslaving you, as you call it, or you believe is locking you up. So you are the bearer of that freedom, the liver of that freedom, the experiencer of that freedom. And it begins with the state, one who is free. is so much more powerful than millions who are enslaved to their thoughts and their minds. And one who is free in their spirit, in their mind, then emanates the energy of freedom. And so basically what you do is you create around you a vibrational field of freedom that then cannot be manipulated by others anymore. It cannot be broken by others. And this, first and foremost, has nothing to do with the physical freedom. It is a freedom of the spirit and a freedom of the mind. And as always, you moving into that most natural state, which is freedom, creates more freedom around you. It also creates more physical freedom around you. And all of a sudden, you will experience, you will have ideas, you will find solutions, you will be inspired, you will have wonderful, beautiful hunches and nudges. And when you follow them, your freedom will expand more. And when you put yourself in that state of freedom often enough again, it will become your dominant vibration once again. You will then be who you truly are. And then the path of freedom must appear all around you and in front of you, and you will know which step to take and when to take it and who to call and when to write and when to speak and when to be quiet, what to do and what not to do. All those things will become clear again. But it is you, capital U, who are the steerer, the creator of your experience.
Rose is asking, are there certain frequencies that help with reaching flow?
We can't answer this question that we have answered before on a more broader level. You are trying to intellectualize it, and we are trying to tell you through all means possible to feel your way into it, because it wouldn't help you if we would tell you that yes, there's a bandwidth of frequencies, and then you would find an amplifier, you would find some sort of technical apparatus that would emanate those frequencies, and you would say, oh, I'm just going to bathe in those frequencies. I'm just going to have them blast me with those frequencies, and then you will feel flow. This is just not how this works, because you at the core of your being are completely free. And so to move into that means to uncover who you really are. And we have given you beautiful and wonderful ways, the most natural and expansive ways that we could possibly give you to do that. And we encourage you. We encourage you with the love of the whole universe to feel your way into it rather than try to think your way through it. We believe, and actually we know, we just say believe because it makes humans feel more comfortable. Because if we say we know, humans sometimes feel that there's no softness. It's just this one way. But we know that the questions asked, and we know that the experiences lived, and we know that the realizations made are most important stepping stones, And think of it, when you cross a river and you want to stay dry and you want to just get to the other side safely, you need stepping stones, little beautiful platforms that you can jump on and that you can jump from. Now, these stepping stones are not the destination. They're just there for you to be able to not have this huge leap, but to take smaller steps and actually enjoy the experience of it. So everything that we give you in terms of guidance, in terms of words, ideas, and inspiration, we would love for you to see them as stepping stones, not destinations, and to open yourself up to the possibility that your experience might really be completely limitless, and that you really at the core of your being might be limitless in your potential, and to open yourself up to the idea that there are no boundaries to what you can experience. There are no boundaries to how good it can get. There are no boundaries to how expansive your experience can become. There are no boundaries to how colorful colors can become, and how beautiful the music can become, and how blue the sky can get, and how intense the scents can get. We truly want to inspire you to think from that state more, and to be curious about that more, rather than looking at the things that have the potential, because everything at its core is just potential. If it's unfolding or not is always up to the liver of the experience, but everything is so much easier, more wonderful, and it flows so much more naturally when you allow yourself to think those thoughts rather than think about those minute little things that potentially might eventually essentially limit you in your experience. Because you are, at your core, limitless spirit. You are, at your essence, a limitless being. And it is only through the power of your mind, the misguided power of your mind, that you create a prison, that you create boundaries, that you create walls, that you create chains, that you create anything that might hold you back from experiencing this potential in the full unlimitedness. That is what we want you to feel, to experience, to remind yourself of, that you are an unlimited being, and that everything that you do to help you remember that and get there more and more and more and more often is beneficial and wonderful and encouraged. So, in closing, we don't want you to get excited a few hours of the day, a couple minutes, and do exercises and be really high and then move back into another state. We want you for this excitement and this joy and this unlimitedness, regardless of your current circumstances, to become first your second nature, which means that it is becoming very familiar. It's like you have learning a new sport and you're becoming really good at it, and then you're thinking about it when you wake up, and sometimes during work or during your practices during the day you think about it, and then when you play that sport it's fun, so it becomes kind of your second nature. But we really then would like for it to become your nature. It's when it's so natural to you that you don't have to remind yourself to do it anymore, that you don't even need practices to get you there, that it is your nature, because it is your nature. Because that's really, truly at the core of your being what it is, unlimited potential. Too much?
No, never.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. The universe loves you. Strong energies all around you. Big shifts right ahead of you. And it's all in your hands. And so.
It is.
And so.
It is.
And so.
It is. Thank you.
Tribe. It's good to be back in the flesh. So we're excited that you joined us for the live stream today. We will be definitely.
If you wanna do a private EUCY session, please write us an email. We experience beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sessions with you guys. It's always very touching and very expanding.
The beautiful thing about the one-on-one sessions is that it's the energy around you expands according to your intention, purely your intention. It's a made experience, and that's what it is when it's a one-on-one conversation. And we just marvel at the energy that's usually created in that or expanded in that. So if you feel like doing that, please just send us an email and we'll try to accommodate you as soon as possible. We know usually when people write us, they like, can we do it yesterday? And so we understand that, so we try to make space as soon as possible. Tomorrow actually is a good day if someone wants to jump on that, because we are we're not having a live stream tomorrow. Well, so Tuesdays are afternoons central, are a pretty good time. But we'll find a space. If you desire to join the iMembership calls, they're Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard. It's a monthly membership we made it really easy and really affordable. It's $69 a month. There for every call. You get access to the whole library of calls. You get to ask questions. We have one session with EUCY per month usually. It's a very expansive, beautiful journey. And then, of course, we have just launched the pre-recorded inspired courses. So the 1 and 2 course, Inspired 1, the Empower Yourself, and 2, the Discover Your Purpose, are now available in a pre-recorded version. You can book it just on a website. Just look it up, inspiredchannel.net, and you can do it in your own time, which for some of you
it's way easier,
than the live course times. So that all is happening. We're excited. Also, Tribe, we have Kristin and I recorded a beautiful process. If you haven't done it yet, the Inspired Freedom Launcher.
The Freedom Launcher, yeah. It's free.
Yeah.
There's the link down below, right?
It's in the description. And that's such a powerful process that we usually only do in courses. But this, we wanted to give it to you guys because we've seen just that it has it sets free so much energy. And, we love processes that don't take too much time, are not complicated, so easy, and that have the biggest bang possible. So this one's the biggest bang for your buck because there is no buck involved here. It's just bang, no buck. So it doesn't get any better than this. So click the link in the description, guys, and we'll send you the Freedom Launcher, Inspired Freedom Launcher.
I think we said everything
no.
for today.
Never. But it was wonderful to be with you guys. Please do hit the like button. That's a beautiful thumbs up. And we'll see you on
Wednesday. How exciting.
Oh, yes. It's definitely exciting. It's tomorrow, as you, maybe some of you know, it's election day here in the United States. It's
going to be interesting on Wednesday.
Yeah. Numbers in and get excited and stuff and do all of that. And then on Wednesday, we'll see you guys. And on Thursday in the live stream, we'll see you guys. And Wednesday in the membership call, we'll see you guys. And if you cannot remember the whole schedule now because we said so much, go on to our website, inspiredchannel.net. Everything's there, the whole information. We sat for days and efforted our way into creating this website. No, we actually
that's not true.
It was just joking.
It took a while.
We had actually fun creating it.
Yeah. But we are not experts on doing that. So.
No, so when we create a website, we get all excited about the layout and where we put the boxes. And then when we're done with all of that, we start having ideas. So then we need to move all around again. And then we have new ideas. We move it around again.
It's not very well thought through, the whole thing. We just go with the flow. So that's kind of how we do things.
Yeah. But it works.
Yeah, actually, there's a website there.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Yeah, Emma, definitely. Celebration on Wednesday. Angie says, if you think you want to talk to EUCY, run, just do it. It's so worth it. Actually, Angie's journey, incredible journey.
It's a beautiful one. It all started with a EUCY session.
And actually, if I may say so, Emma, it was the same for you.
Yes.
Emma's journey also started with a EUCY session. It was the worst possible connection that we had, I remember, but we made it happen. Internet connection. Emma tuned in from Italy, but the expansion was quite amazing. The journey, as much as it's expanded till now in just a few short months, we believe it's just really getting
started. Yeah.
Emma is already in the vibrational field a superstar singer.
She sings so beautifully. Oh, Lord.
Yes. So if you ever want to experience beautiful, beautiful singing and that touches your heart and soul.
Oh, my Lord.
Then and be moved to tears, then look up Emma, and she'll who knows, maybe she'll play a live concert if you book it. Maybe she'll sing for you online for now, but. In the near future, we're all going to go to Italy and marvel at Emma singing at a wonderful concert. That's happening soon. So, and we could go on. There's Agnieszka, who has been with us over the last months, and just the expansion that we've seen in
the shift
and the shifts and changes.
Oh.
And but Angie and Emma and Agnieszka, I hope it's okay that we say that, have been with us through the 3 courses that we do. And
Rose too.
And Rose
I've
has
seen
been
her here too.
So that's been just, even for us, way beyond our expectations.
Yeah. We cried so many tears
at the last.
Yes.
Yeah, of course we won't give away what the very last call is, because it's special and you can't know. It would kind of ruin the whole thing if you knew. But it's a big thing and it's awesome.
Yes.
So Emma says best months ever. You see, you think that now, but wait till you go on your first tour. Wait till you play your first major venue. Wait till you hear yourself on a radio for the first time. You will say best ever and best ever and best ever and best ever and best ever, and that's how it goes, guys. All right, lovelies, Tribesters, we love you. Thank you for being here. The best is yet to come. Yes, Emma. And be the leaders. Be the light. Just
shine your light.
And spread the love everywhere. Sprinkle that stuff. It's free. We love you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
We are sending kisses and hugs.